Welcome back. I'm at Sara Lee Arnovitz Nature Preserve here in Xenia today, and I'm actually kind of shooting on assignment. They're having in the local newspaper. They've had it for a couple months now. They're having like a winter interest tree photo contest for amateurs. So I guess that would include me. So I'm actually here today because the main spot I thought of when I saw that contest was coming here to the Sara Lee, because it's just beautiful. It's got all these wetlands, these deep woods. If you actually let me show you here. It actually kind of like circles around. It's got this beautiful like boardwalk along the fen here with the wetlands, and then it comes around these deep woods, and you go all the way through there, and then it comes back around. You go down these steps, and there's a bridge, and then here's the parking lot, of course. But I think it'll be a beautiful day. It's actually, if you can probably tell, it's snowing. I just got here. It's pretty early in the morning still, so it should be a good day. So we'll see how it goes. The wind's kind of biting. Good thing I brought some hand warmers. This kind of help out. But I was walking along the boardwalk here, and looks like it kind of spooked some red-winged blackbirds. There's about like 9 or 10 of them, it looked like, and they all just like from the edge of the boardwalk just kind of flew away or whatever. So it's like, sorry guys, I didn't mean to scare you. You know, they're probably so used to spring, or they're really hoping for it right now. You know, so I mean, I don't know if you heard that. You heard the squawk. So spring's here soon in Ohio, and you know, I can't wait. So the snow's kind of getting old. I was just reading about this the other day, but apparently in like prairies and meadows, I know this isn't really exactly like that, but I heard that white-tailed deer actually like to sleep in them, I guess, especially during winter, I'm guessing. And it's kind of flat here, so I'm wondering if this is, you know, man-made, or if it was white-tailed deer or something else. But see, it's kind of like flattened out right here. It's very weird. There's probably an explanation for it, I just don't know. Quite frankly, it's kind of beautiful out. I mean, the snow's kind of, you know, gently rolling around, especially on the boardwalk here, and it's honestly a pretty beautiful day, I'd say. You know, I never was one for the cold and the winter and all that, but you know, I actually think this is very nice. You know, and even if I don't get any good, you know, photographs, it's just, once again, it's just still like a nice little walk or hike, stroll through the park. So far, I haven't seen any really compelling compositions, but you know, we'll keep looking. So I'm still on the boardwalk, which is pretty early on, but I'm starting to get to the more of the mud flats, and we'll get into the wooded area where I know a lot of birds are. So I've gotten a lot of good shots there in this one little like area I'll show you later on. So let's see how it goes. One nice little observation I just noticed is that, and this is my third time here, but I haven't even seen it until now, is that the water actually flows underneath the boardwalk here. It's kind of nice. and it comes right out to the clearing over here. Pretty cool. That flows right out. So I'm trying to toy around with the composition here of all the flowing water and down over here, but I'm just not really finding, you know, a reason to photograph it, you know? Like I said, I need a reason to really photograph something, and it's like, I just feel like, oh, maybe I've been doing a lot of like water long exposure like this lately, and it's just, I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm not really compelled to do it, and it's just not working, especially with my telephoto lens on there. So I'm gonna keep on looking, hopefully find something a little more different and see how it goes from there. One thing I highly recommend, and I always stress the importance of this, is that you always should photograph at the same location all 4 seasons, you know, just to maximize the different, you know, photo opportunities you got. And it also is just very interesting, you know, just to see how these habitats evolve and over time, and especially with all the different, you know, changes in color and the season, the temperature, you know, the different species of wildlife. You know, there's just so much you can do in 4 seasons, traveling to different locations, and just seeing all that kind of really rounds it out for you. And I think it helps, you know, develop a deeper appreciation for, you know, the way we see nature and all that. This just happened. So silly me, I was walking along the fiberglass boardwalk, and right where it ends, you know, it slopes down kind of like a ramp. You can tell where I kind of had a spasm and slid, and unfortunately my battery grip took the real brunt of it all. I mean, it like slammed hard, and I freaked out because I thought the actual, you know, my camera lens, which would have been much more costly, but I think this thing was only about 40 bucks. It's not even like an OEM Canon like battery grip, but it's just, ugh. Look at this. I mean, it's like that cheap plastic, so maybe that's just why it broke, is the molding and all that, because you can see where it kind of got the dent and the actual battery grip, because I think it's totaled, honestly. I might, once I get back to the car, get some, like, I think I have some duct tape in there, and I might see if I can just hack it together, see if I can make it work, because I really like this thing. So it's just, ugh. I need to stop breaking and losing things, honestly. Just, and I think it is total also because the camera was turned off. Like, there's 2 batteries in there, right? I mean, I took them out, but the camera was like, it looked like it was turned off, you know. So I think it is damaged, probably beyond repair. I don't even know if it's really worth it. So next I might, you know, save up and get a Canon one, see if that's any better with, because I'm not sure if they're all a metal or construction, but it's better than this plastic. But this thing I've had for almost a year now, or I think about a year, so it's helped out a lot. But it's fortunate. It can all just change in the blink of an eye, you know. But this is really crappy. And plus, I didn't bring, because I took off my battery cover, the original, you know, because I didn't need it with that on. So now the battery's exposed for the rest of the day, and I don't have it with me right now. So back to single battery now, I guess, but it's gonna feel weird holding this too. But we'll see how it goes, I guess. Just kidding. I forgot the battery door is actually located on the battery grip itself. There's a little hole right here, and so I actually do have it, which kind of helps out a little bit. But really wish this didn't happen right now. It's been over an hour now since I've been here. I've walked a few hundred yards, honestly, and then the battery grip broke, and I still haven't taken a single photograph either. So I don't know. I'm trying to keep positive, but it's been pretty rough already so far, you know. This whole New Year is, you know, it's been ups and downs for sure. So I don't know, we'll see where it goes. I'm actually going towards the woods now, so we'll see see what happens if anything. Hopefully the mood changes up, but see how it goes. Alright, finally I'm finding my first composition, and this one looks really promising. So it's basically it's frozen over on the trail here, but there's all these beautiful little like swampy greens, you know, and there's some red like leaves kind of just sprinkled throughout, and they're all just kind of gently frozen. So I'm going to do something a little different now, and I extended my tripod 2 sections full, so it's pretty tall up here now. And then I got my little swivel touchscreen LCD, and I'm just kind of like looking through the live view. And so I'm going to have an 1/8 of a second, f14, and ISO 800, and then I got my polarizer on just to knock out any reflections. So this actually looks really beautiful, and I can't wait to take a picture of it. Ah, that's great. It's got these little kind of the ice, the little bumps, kind of ridges on there. And it looks really beautiful. Just lovely. Especially with this top-down view that I get with the telephoto. I really think that helps, you know, because telephotos compress the distance in between subjects. So when it's all the way up like this, it makes it for a very kind of narrow frame compared to like a wide angle. And one thing I'm making sure of is that to keep the spirit level in the camera, kind of, you still got to keep it level even though it's kind of like on a weird angle like this as well. But I'm just going to keep messing around with this composition, and hopefully the results turn out pretty well. So keeping in line with this tree photo contest I'm doing, I finally found some cool little like details on the bark that I can isolate basically. And so I got this little kind of vine, green leaves on a vine kind of going down this tree. Not too big of a tree, but so I got the settings of 1/10 of a second. I got an f-stop over 13, and I got ISO over 800. So see how it goes. It's very cool. I like it. So you get to isolate it, and it's just on the bark, and it kind of makes you, when you first see it, kind of like wonder what it is exactly that you're looking at, just because of using that telephoto lens. And then not that it's too big of a deal today because it's cloudy, but I still have the polarizer on just to kind of saturate the colors a little bit, and if there's any reflections, knock them out. I kind of like how this image turned out just because it feels like a throwback to an image I took about 3 years ago actually, a really early shot in my career, so I kind of like it. It's nice to also challenge yourself, you know, use one lens. Like today I've been using this telephoto, and that's all I've been using as well. So I think it's really nice to just really, you know, challenge yourself like this contest and using only this lens, and just see what you can really, makes you think outside the box, you know, makes you think of like how creative you want to be with it. And so if I walked by this, I probably would have used my wide angle lens or something on this tree, but I was like, I already had the telephoto on, it just kind of worked out that way. And I think it really helps, you know, helps for the better, you know. I think it looks like a better photo that way, or if you will. So I got this little kind of there's like this little S-curve kind of in the trail here. So I'm just going to do a telephoto still, of course. I'm still just going to do this little kind of, try and capture that kind of zigzag a little bit, if you will. See how that turns out. But yeah, man, the wind's starting to really pick up too. overall, it's been a pretty beautiful morning, honestly, besides the battery grip, you know, breaking. So, other than that, having to go back to one battery is kind of a pain, you know. Plus, I like the vertical kind of thing where you could use to have the extra shutter and all that sort of thing. But eventually I'll get like an L bracket and I'll probably replace that battery grip as well. But I'm just keeping that second battery, you know, warm in my chest pocket, just because I've heard that, you know, the warmth kind of helps keep the batteries charged, especially in this colder weather. But so I'm here at Sara Lee Arnovitz Nature Preserve, and it's been pretty good so far. I think the day, you know, I got some good photos, some different kind of stuff that I really haven't done before, or much of at least lately. So it's been a pretty good day, but can't wait to edit the photos and show you guys. So until next time, make sure to get out there. Bye. I also just wanted to add that, you know, I almost slept in once again, you know, and that just seems much more attractive than, you know, trying to get out in all this, you know, what I guess would be considered crummy weather, you know, with all the slick roads and all that. But, you know, it just goes to show you know, you gotta get out there. I mean, honestly, I know that's kind of been my catchphrase, and it's kind of cliche, but like, you just, you know, sometimes you just gotta get up and try, and, you know, that's all it takes. Because if I didn't come out today, you know, I wouldn't have gotten those photos, and, you know, I'm probably gonna submit them to I got 2 contests I'm planning on submitting them to, local contests at least. But, you know, it just goes to show you, you know, you just gotta honestly get out there.